Hey everybody, this is Ryan, and welcome to another episode of Terraria Interviews. And I am lucky enough to be joined by Omnir, the creator of Omnir's mod packs. Say hey, Omnir.
Hey guys.
Alright, so I have just been dying to ask you a lot of questions, and thank you so much for taking the time to do this. First of all, did you do a lot of modding before you dove into this? Do you have a background in modding?
Nothing that was really ever public. I began with Tiberian Sun, because I wanted my own character in it with long hair. No one does that for any game. So what I decided to do is there are 400 frames I had to edit, and that's what I had to do. And so that's where I began. Then I went to Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm under Luiakin at Final Fantasy Tactics, the website. But Terraria is the first real public mod pack I have ever done, and it is the biggest project I have ever done, nor also that I've ever seen.
At any point did you ever stop and say to yourself, hey, maybe I shouldn't pick two massive games. Maybe I should pick something smaller?
Well, my whole thing is, when I started, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do a few enemies. It's not going to be that big. It's just going to have a little bit of the element added into Terraria. And then it's like, but it's missing something. So I'd add more and say, I can keep going. And so I kept going and going without any pressure of there's a goal to meet. So that, I just let it flow and fill in the gaps as I go along.
How much time do you think you spent on creating your mod?
I would wake up, I would start my mod pack, and I wouldn't finish until I went to bed. I didn't really play games. I would be modding the entire time, so I'd spend about 16 hours a day learning how to do code and adding in animations, tweaking the animations and all that. You're going to see flaws in my work, and I understand that, but I poured so much into it.
What's your favorite part about the whole modding process?
Honestly, it sounds weird, but the trial and error, because I have no programming skills whatsoever. So I had to learn everything as I was modding. Seeing, how you put together code and how you enter code and see it actually come out as you had wanted it to come out. That, to me, was awesome. And the animations actually coming out to the desire that I had planned for them.
There's obviously a lot of art and style that goes into it. Do you have a background in that at all?
Not much, other than doing, I loved doing art growing up, but we were poor growing up. So what I would do is I'd get paper and I'd draw on it, and I'd cut them out, and that was basically my action figures. So, I had real action figures at home. My older brother would always go to the hospital. You can't take action figures there because, kids are going to steal them. So I'd take what I called paper cutouts. So I'd do a lot of art and just have fun with that. But it wasn't until I was about 16 that I really started changing my art style.
When you add new enemies, new bosses, or just new lower enemies or weapons, how do you go about balancing everything? It's
really, it's tough because Terraria has a weird understanding of balance. And its melee is it's really hard to balance melee, because melee seems to be more, get the little guys out. Whereas you use magic and range to get the bigger bosses. But I really don't like that concept. I like it where, you can go melee at the bosses, but also you can take out the little guys with magic. It's that way you can play, pure mage, pure range, and pure warrior. I would go through different playthroughs with different classes. And I would actually do hardcore mode to see if I was too powerful or if I was too weak. If I couldn't beat it on hardcore, or if I didn't feel the stress of hardcore, it's either way, it'd be either too easy or too hard.
I'm sure this is kind of hard, but what is your favorite thing, or one of your favorite things that you have put into a mod?
Oh yeah, the one that I'm proud of would be Ultima Weapon. Not necessarily his fighting style, but his animation. I am definitely proud of that. I spent so much time on his animation, and I like how it looks. It's got flaws, don't get me wrong, but it looks so 3D in my opinion.
But you made that fight so freaking hard. It started out just like, oh, hey, this is easy. Look, I can melee him. And yeah.
What kills me is with Omega Weapon, everyone says he's really harder. He's got 1 million hit points now. So he's really tough to beat. I'm like, I did it back-to-back range, melee, and magic. It's like all back-to-back, so it's not that grindy. It's tough, but, it's doable.
so many people have spent so many hours and hours and hours enjoying what you've done. That has to be a pretty cool feeling.
It's really hard to actually capture it because there's a part of you that goes, well, do they is it right? Do they really get the most out of it, or is it like, well, yeah, this is cool? It's there's flaws here and there. Do they see the flaws, or do they see, all the work that I tried to make them enjoy? So, but seeing your videos, things like that has really made it awesome. That is what really brings it home.
Have there been any features that you wanted to put in but you weren't able to?
Yes, there are a ton of things that I want to do. A couple of them. I want to make a whole Metroid world based off of Planet Zebes, or Metroid 2, SR388, I believe it was. I want to create it where you can have biomes like the Chaos Shrine, the volcano, and all that. That might come with the pack for 1.2 when I update my mod pack. I can't promise anything, but I want to do biomes especially, and I really want to redo the bosses because they do not feel very alive to me.
Are there any members of the modding community that kind of stand out to you?
Yorai has been really, really helpful. I mean, he's one heck of a critic, but he has really helped me understand coding a lot. He has really helped out the community. Tim is awesome. That guy has been really awesome, in my opinion. He's taken our content, he's expanded on it, made maps out of it. He's done exactly what I want people to do. He really took it, he expanded it, he revamped it, and I love it. I haven't played his map, but I really want to. My mod pack actually was not supposed to be a mod pack. It was supposed to be resource. People take it and they do what they want with it. But no one really did that. Flebus, he's part of Relogic now. He did the Step Up mod. Simple little thing, but by God, it added so much. It's like, okay, now I don't have to, jump up one block high, tiles. I can just run up them, and it just made everything so seamless. Now 1.2 has that, which is awesome, but either way.
So I assume you've been following the 1.2 updates. Is there anything you're really looking forward to?
The whole thing, honestly. I want the slopes. I want the walking up the tiles. I want the waterfalls. I want the new content. It looks amazing.
So which do you like more, Final Fantasy, the series as a whole, or Tibia?
That's a really hard question. Final Fantasy has I love 1 through 10, with 6 and 7 being my all-time favorites. They are my more emotional and creative outsource, you could say. While Tibia, I believe, is one of the greatest ideas of a game ever. It has the entire idea of adventure and reward down pat. If you combine the two concepts, it'd be perfect. You have Tibia that was fun and it was adventurous. You could be level 10 and run into a dragon out of nowhere. Whereas Final Fantasy had awesome storylines, awesome characters, and it was very abstract, but it had such emotion attached to it.
Which one of you spent more time playing?
I would have to say Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy Tactics I have beaten at least 32 times. But Tibia I've played a lot. I'm 113 now.
So when you created the all-powerful spell we know as Bolt 4, was there any point that you stopped and think, you know what, maybe this is too powerful to give to people? Yeah,
but my whole thing is, I was trying to test it. I'm like, but they have to use it situationally, and I didn't really realize you could just pummel the enemy with it. Whereas fire was more of a, you get people on the ground in a range. You've got ice that kind of, you rain it down if you're in a cavern and you just want to, or if you want to rain down on people below you. Bolt is more, you're kind of in their face, you could say. You can't really do it too well behind walls. You can, but it's just, I don't know how to put it. Quake 4, however, is more powerful than Bolt 4. I do realize that Bolt 4 is a bit powerful. There's a ton of balancing I need to do post 1.2. There's a lot to look forward to.
So do you have any big content updates for your mod packs coming?
I have at least 12 tile sets ready for Planet Zebes. I have some Metroids done, the different stages. I've been doing bosses for Metroid. So when 1.2 comes out and they revamp the whole thing, I'll have at least graphics done. But to actually get the programming done, I don't know how long that's going to take.
Do you think it's going to be one of the first mod packs to come out once 1.2 finally drops?
I don't think so. I would like it to be, but I'm sure someone's going to beat me, and actually I'm glad to say that. I want more people involved in modding. It's awesome, whether I play it or not, it's awesome to see people create things and put it out there.
I totally agree. All right, well, that's going to do it for the interview. I just want to say thank you for this massive thing you have put out there. It is so much fun. It just added hours and hours to the game, and I know it really extended the life. So a personal thank you to you for everything that you've created.
And I've got to thank you, because you've honestly been one of the biggest, if not at times the biggest reason why I kept adding more content. I've got to say that.
Wow, thank you.
No, I'm being absolutely serious here.
Thank
you.
I really appreciate that, Omnir.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much for the videos. I love watching them.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. If you have anybody you might want to hear talk about their mod or their adventure map, just leave their name down in the comments below. So that'll do it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And until next time, see you guys.